Face front, true believers. This is Modular Media's No Prize Podcast, podcast where we talk comics, movies, merchandise, and more. I am your host, Boingo Writer, and with me, as always, in the bullpen,
representing the I Like Turtles competition, the Vacuuminator is here. This was a lot more fun and impressive the first time around, but look, that's $150 action figures. Hooray.
Hell yeah. For people who are coming in later, watching this on the replay or whatnot, we've had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, Boingo had to go out and rewire his whole house, and I went and got Taco Bell.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. Because the last one... It's just... Why you do this to me?
This is a...
Okay, wait, hold on. Nope, it's back down again. It's bouncing up and down. It's not going as low as it did last time. So maybe it'll settle out in a minute.
Yeah, unfortunate turn of events.
Yeah, it's all big, unfortunate bullshit. Yeah, it's now. We're back. I have no idea. At this point in time, I'm just fucking tired of it. I just want it to work.
We're back in the shit zone is where we fucking are.
I just want it to work.
Yeah. Would be nice.
That's not helping.
My attitude?
The snide comments, it feels like you're just directing it at me. I know you're not, but...
Oh, I apologize.
Okay. We are back to a consistent. Okay. We're not going to complain anymore. We were talking about the currently releasing stuff, but because we want to be in solidarity with SAG-AFTRA and the Writers Guild, we have decided against that. So we will not be talking about contemporary productions as they're happening. So we will be going back into the well of older projects. So we're back to watching Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Season 2, Episode 10, Prisoner of War.
Before we go any further, I'm just going to ask the entire chat, don't fucking mention the technical difficulties again for the rest of the night. You're tempting fate.
But technical God damn it. Prisoner of War.
Cap, he does that one issue of Illuminati.
Yeah. But also, it's like straight up, it's a POW World War II fucking adventure story.
Yeah.
Just with aliens.
Also, he literally looks at the scrolls and he goes, "Oh, little green men. Of course. What else is new?" And they're fucking Martians. Whatever. I'm on a flying saucer. I don't give a shit. Get me out of here.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of great little moments from Cap. This is a very this is Captain America in his most pulpy, fun war hero self.
Yeah, because it's like we haven't had actual Captain America all season, so we need to get all the fucking Captain America right now.
Yeah. So basically, they just try to torment him, try to figure out, we need to figure out a way to break the humans. And it's like, out of any human you get the one who will not be broken. Captain America's a character for the first time. Oh, this is pure Skrull. God damn it. But we also get a bunch of other fun characters. We get a random SHIELD agent, a random AIM agent.
I thought that was Eric O'Grady, was it not?
It might be. I don't know, but it is just it's just a SHIELD agent, and it's just an AIM beekeeper.
random AIM scientist. They do specifically say that in a hilarious moment, they say that the one sword guy is the current director of Sword, and they're like, "Well, what the fuck is Sword? We're responsible for keeping track of alien activity and keeping them off Earth." Oh, well, I hope they fire you.
He's also part of the X-Men books right now. He's a member of Orcus.
Yeah, and isn't he that fucking dickhead in WandaVision too?
No, that
Some
wasn't.
other dickhead.
That was a different dickhead. Kanye's
Ah.
change makes sense now. Yeah. And when real Kanye came back and watched 21 Jump Street, tried to clean up his image. That was the wildest fucking month in fucking music.
Yeah. That's not where Brendan Fraser was all those years. He didn't get blacklisted by Hollywood. He was a scroll.
No, he did get blacklisted. We do not want to make light of the sexual abuse that actors and actresses have
Yeah, no,
gone
fuck
under.
that. I'm just being silly.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
apologize. Disavow.
No, it's fine to be silly, but as long as we understand the context of the silliness and understand the seriousness behind the silly.
Okay.
Uh,
Here's a joke. Open bracket, silly, close bracket.
we're just silly little guys.
We're just
You're just eating a burrito.
you Crunchwrap Supreme, you bitch.
I know, but it's funnier to say burrito.
Fair enough.
How would Captain America react to a Crunchwrap Supreme?
I think he'd be like, yeah, it's all right. I would hope he'd be as fucking pissed I am that they took quesaritos off the menu. Found that out today.
Damn.
Steak quesarito used to be my favorite fucking item. Can't get it anymore. What the hell, Taco Bell?
Damn. Is Fat gonna have to taco a bell?
I'm gonna taco someone's bell, all right. If I don't get my fucking quesaritos back, I'm gonna have to look up how to make those myself, I guess.
How would Captain America react to this podcast? Poorly.
He would. I think he would react in a similar manner that Brian Danielson reacts to podcasts.
Do you think Pete Davidson is a scroll?
Pete Davidson seems like a genuinely cool guy. I don't think he's a scroll.
But for the gag, he is a scroll, but he's not here to invade, and he didn't take anybody over. He just made up a person and is just living his best life.
He's just vibing.
He's just vibing. No.
He's just vibing as the voice of a transformer.
Yeah. But yeah, no. It's just, hey, Captain America escapes from a prison.
Mm-hmm. Captain America and a bunch of assorted kooky guys and gals, bunch of unlikely heroes, all gathered together under the inspiring patriotism of Captain America. Also, the Super Skrull is here, and he's voiced by the same guy who said the famous quote, "I am Magneto, master of magnet."
Yeah, that was fun finding that out from you.
Yeah. Because I always fucking check behind the voice actors at while I'm watching the episode, and I was like, oh, because that guy, like half of his fucking career is just doing sound-alike shit for Marvel projects, like video games and stuff, and then randomly I found out he literally his first fucking role was doing a bunch of voices in the '90s X-Men arcade game.
It's fun. Good episode to end on Freedom Month. Yeah, good episode
Yeah,
to end on Freedom Month.
Ooh.
Especially
Do I have to put this
because
in the playlist now?
I don't know. Especially because this was peak Captain America, which is, hey, you person who feel like you are not being seen or understood, I see and understand you. You can be better with Madam Hydra.
Yeah. Because that's the big point he makes in the episodes. Like, look, we all have a bunch of petty differences that we can go back to fighting over when we get back to Earth. But right now, we're all humans and we're on a fucking alien spaceship. We need to get the hell out of here, so shut up and work together.
And like we have some assholes being dicks about it. Like the AIM guy, it's just like, who cares if Captain America dies? And it's just like, fuckhead. It's Captain America.
I think King Cobra has a moment where he's like, we were on the ship. Why is he jumping off to save Viper? He doesn't need to fucking do. He's Captain America, you idiot.
Why is he doing that? He's Captain America.
Mhm.
He does save Madam Hydra, and then she saves him.
Yeah.
Because also there's a moment where he goes like, "Hey, what's up with your face?" Like not in a mean way, just like, "Hey, you have a scar on your face. Was the scrolls like that's kind of the vibe I got from it. It was like, "Hey, I'm making sure you're healthy and fine."
He's Captain America. It could become the new Because I'm Batman.
He's Captain America. Um,
Uh, Also, like, because you said it that way, I'm now picturing like that scene where Cap walks into her cell, and instead of like helping her up, he just stops and goes, "Oh my God, what's wrong with your face?"
but she goes like, "Oh, I got hurt by people, and that's why I don't trust anybody. That's why I'm evil." And he's like, "Okay, whatever. Just
Valid.
I'm gonna help
Now
you
trust
out."
me.
And she's like, "No," but then she goes like, "Maybe." Also, they rescue Sue Richards.
Yeah. And she's just like, "Oh hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna take a nap now. Fucking
Let,
tired. They
let me
copied my powers."
let me do the big fucking powerhouse thing that I am. I'm exhausted. Let me sleep.
That's Sue.
That's Sue.
That's how people who aren't writing a comic typically write Sue.
I
Either that or they write her as just generic eye candy.
Well, I think it fits for this because she was like sedated and she just woke up. So it's just like I haven't eaten in weeks and I just let off a lot of fucking power. I am tired.
Yeah.
Wake me up when we get to Earth.
Wake me up when we go.
Which honestly, fair, Sue. Fair. Oh, something fun. I'm pretty sure the thing Captain America says when they first start torturing him is the thing that U.S. soldiers are actually taught
Oh
to
yeah,
do.
yeah. No, that's literally that's in tons of fiction, dude.
Yeah.
That's a common
Which
trope.
I just think it's like fun, like, oh, they invoke it for this. It's like
Yeah.
Captain America is a soldier first and foremost. Which I know some people will probably look at it with a side eye, especially with American jingoism, but like, come on.
No, he's the good one.
Yeah.
He's the single good one. If you don't believe anything about the American military industrial complex is good, Cap is the one thing you can believe is good.
Is the first soldier or just a soldier? He's a soldier. In Captain America's mind, he's a soldier. And
Mhm.
most other like military people in the Marvel universe, he is the soldier. You know what I mean?
That's a thing Cap and Superman both share. One of their best unspoken superpowers is their super humility.
Yeah. Like everyone like idolizes Captain America. He just sees himself as Steve and sees all the problems he has and what he has to do to fix them, which I think is like
Mhm.
that's good. Shows that even our heroes are flawed individuals. But this was a fun episode.
Yeah, it's real good. I liked it.
It's very much a part one of a 3-part story.
Yeah, because we're in the end game now,
We're in Secret Invasion territory.
and you'll never see it coming. I'm
Never.
mixing my MCU references.
But yeah, good episode though. Good animation all around. Fun character designs.
Yeah, this was
Uh,
the mid-season finale, Buster.
I think it's the Secret Invasion part's the mid-season finale. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
these 3 episodes did air all at the same time.
Because there's a ton of like epilogue shit after the Secret Invasion ends, right?
Yeah, because then it becomes Kang.
Mm.
Remember, Kang is still around.
Oh, fuck! He's gonna conquer your butthole!
Kang, I am Kang. I'm gonna put my penis in your booty hole.
Oh no, Kang!
Make you call
Don't
me
conquer
daddy.
my butthole, Kang! I need that!
I'm gonna
I
make you
need
call
my
me.
butthole, Kang!
Ah.
What the fuck is going on this podcast tonight?
We're fed up with the world and we're not having it anymore.
Yeah.
So, if you are unaware, San Diego Comic-Con was not last week, but the week before? No, last week. Last weekend.
Yeah.
So they
Last
did all their
weekend.
announcements. So we don't have a ton of news to go over, but we got some.
A little bit.
Marvel announces Secret Wars Battle World.
Yeah, this was actually an SDC. I think all the comic news this week is like it was an SDC announcement that flew under the radar, and so now it's like here's a full article for this because we don't have anything else. And this is one of those. This is a mini series that's essentially going to be in keeping with their trend of doing mini series of kind of between the scenes style stuff for a classic period in Marvel and getting some of the original creators involved. Jim Shooter is not coming back to write this, don't worry. But former Marvel Comics editor in chief Tom DeFalco is going to be writing this alongside Pat Olliffe, I want to say is how you pronounce that last name, on art.
Yeah, Alfie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's essentially like here is some shit that was happening just off panel you didn't see, and this is meant to be like a companion piece to the original Secret Wars. So it could be kind of fun.
Why do we dislike Jim Shooter again? Okay, so this is we don't dislike Jim Shooter, we just understand why writers and artists dislike Jim Shooter. And it's a very
he was a tyrannical dickhead.
He was a tyrannical dickhead, but the books came out on time. It was one of the most popular eras of Marvel Comics. Like, it's where a lot of the things that you love about Marvel Comics really kind of, like, took seed and hold.
Mm-hmm. But it also all happened under the guise of none of the creatives are happy right now.
Yeah, so it's like, as a consumer, Jim Shooter was a great editor-in-chief. But we are not just consumers, we are multi-nuanced people, and we can understand and empathize with the artists. Yeah. And it's just like...
Especially when you consider he's also like an ascended fanboy who then fell from grace. Because he got his start writing Legion of Superheroes comics when he was 16.
Yeah. Also, he's just not a good writer.
Yeah. Oh, no. If you read any of the Marvel stuff he wrote, it's bad.
He wrote Avengers 200.
He wrote Secret Wars 2.
Hey, that did give us a scene of the Beyonder learning how to poop.
Oh yes, the greatest moment in all of comics history. How could I forget the Beyonder being befuddled by the concept of a toilet?
Hey, Spider-Man teaching him how to poop. Didn't he write Marvel Transformers?
No. He went around the office going, "Hey, you want to do this? Hey, fuckhead, you want to do this? Hey, you want to do this?" And until finally, Bob Budiansky, I think, was the original writer. He's because like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
That's also the creator of Sleepwalker.
Yeah. Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Huh, I did not know that.
He did Transformers, and the only big thing he contributed to the main Marvel universe is Sleepwalker.
Oh, well, I hope somebody gave him the Marvel Legends.
He also did a lot of fill-in issues, so like if like a random month of Spider-Man he may have done. He was very much in the bullpen doing
He was like a staff writer.
Yeah. But you know what? Seeing more of Secret Wars is a fun idea. Sure, why not? Mm-hmm. Marvel announces Howard the Duck 50th anniversary special.
Yeah, they're doing a one-shot, and they're getting the creative team from the most recent run, which was the 2015 book, back together for this, which, if you don't know, that was something Chip Zdarsky did before he was famous. So Chip's writing another Howard the Duck thing, and I think the same artist is coming back as well.
That's fun. Though the whole thing with Howard the Duck is also like a lot of other like little cans of worms. It's not bad. It's just funny. Yeah. Jim Shooter sounds like some of the comic book writer working today who were fans but now only write subpar work. To an extent, because I think there is a reverence for what's come before that if you don't let go of it, it hurts you as a writer.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brian Michael Bendis in DC is a prime example of that. he has too much respect for everything that happens at DC, and thus like anything he wants to add, he feels like he has to go above and beyond, and that's when you start getting try hard
Mhm.
stuff, and that's when it just kind of falls apart.
Remember that man wanted to get rid of Superman's secret identity, and he justified it by saying it was an allegory for coming out of the closet?
Yeah. At least he has a secret identity back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh but yeah, no, cool. Howard the Duck. You know what would be fucking hilarious if Chip acknowledged the Howard the Duck clone thought. Do you know what that any of that is?
Is that like the. Wasn't there like an independent book where they had Howard switch places with a guy, and it's like, look, now Steve Gerber has his Howard back.
Well, here's the thing. Steve Gerber did that to say I have my Howard back, and Marvel just didn't give a shit because who the fuck cares? We
Mm.
own the name Howard the Duck.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever acknowledge that, honestly.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's
that's one of those. I think that's like a Spider-Man marriage level thing of the editorial department will step in and go, "We'll tolerate a lot of bullshit, but not that."
yeah. I just think it'd be funny. We're acknowledging the history of Howard the Duck. I think it'd be fun to acknowledge like that one little bit. Leonard the Duck, not Howard. No, that's literally there's a thing where they went into alternate dimension bullshit and they rescued Howard the Duck and left a clone there. Like that's
Yeah,
literally the story. So like
and
it's weird.
reportedly Jim Shooter was fucking pissed.
Yeah. But like you can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
Marvel's Daredevil confirms first details of the new series. Yep,
yeah.
because Chip's Daredevil is wrapping up.
Mhm. So Saladin Ahmad is out doing some promotion for the book, showing off some early black and white pages and just confirming little plot details, things we could have guessed but weren't sure about. Like, yeah, Elektra is going to be staying around as Daredevil in this book, but also Matt has a specific reason for coming back to New York, and he's got like a whole new mission in this book, and it's going to be big bombastic, and they're going to completely change the way you view the character for the 75th time this decade.
Well, I mean, that's Daredevil.
Yeah.
Daredevil's where you go to like leave your mark on the comic book industry and try something really big and new. A lot of these covers are fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Even the ones from artists that you go like, oh, they've kind of fallen off as time gone on. It's like this is a damn good Frank Miller cover.
Uh-huh.
Like it's very much in Frank Miller's abstract style, but it's still like solid. And yes, asterisk acknowledging the problems of Frank Miller. When he shared office with She-Hulk, Chip wrote him. Yeah, I think that was Chip's run.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
the,
yeah.
a lot of this looks really good. Like even this Junior covers looks great.
Mhm.
I'm excited. Daredevil's always fun.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah. Now we got some toy news. Marvel Spider-Man 2 video game. We got some hot toys.
Yeah, hot toys of the symbiote suit Spider-Man for the game. I wanted to just kind of highlight this on the show because even though we're not going to be talking about hot toys as much in the future, this is kind of the best look we've had at the Spider-Man 2 video game symbiote suits. Because gameplay footage can be a little blurry and the cinematics can't really be trusted. But like this is hard plastic, baby, and I really like what they did with the suit in this game, um, where it has this techie look to it, but also there's just like this oily sheen over the whole thing that makes it look like it's just inherently slimy and goopy and gross to touch.
Oh yeah, especially right here.
Yeah.
Spider arms are new. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Got the
he's got web wings. I like the like almost webbed not webbed. What is the word I'm thinking of? How it almost looks like the spikes that Smythe has. They look
Yeah.
like more of a thing that's jutting out of his body than like a thing they generated with the web
I
wings.
saw a fucking teaser for the game, and it sounded like the person Pete was talking to is like, "We're gonna solve cancer." I wonder if that's where this Venom symbiote's doing. They're doing the ultimate origin.
Yeah, I think so. Also, I love that head. That there's a head specifically of the symbiote in enveloping the Spider-Man costume. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's a good looking thing. Yeah,
Oh no, Peter has always had web wings.
I think Buster's talking about in the game to differentiate the gameplay.
Ah. So I guess they
Uh,
will be with this suit.
Kaido, Rebel Tech, Amazing Yamaguchi. We got Spider Man and not Spider Man, Catwoman and Thor. Look at Catwoman.
Yeah.
Look at cute
Specifically,
anime waifu Catwoman.
this is meant to be Catwoman from the Arkham games, I think. So they're still squeezing blood out of those stones. But these were shown off at a show Kyoto was recently at, and first time we're seeing them. They look good. They look like solid Kyotos, but I'm not super into that brand.
Here's the thing: if I had money, I would totally be into this.
Oh, I know we have had this discussion many times where you love the crazy action poses, and I love that there's a toy that exists that can do that, but I need a toy that can do that and can also look good naturally.
Yeah, like this is just like it is literally. I want infinite sculptures. Bop 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 bop
Hmm.
bop bop bop. Cool. I have a badass pose.
Yeah.
Arkham Catwoman, or from Catwoman Haunted anime video. Jesus Christ. You're not wrong. Know what this is? That's the suit from the Arkham games, but that's the face from Batman Ninja.
A little bit, yeah.
Batman Ninja's not bad. It's fun.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Catwoman had the best design out of any of those.
Judge
Also, here's
Dredd.
Judge Dredd with a poncho, everybody. Hiya Toys announced this. Apparently, it's based off of a specific storyline where he wore this specific poncho and was like wandering the wastelands or something like that.
Hmm.
I don't fucking know. I'm not a Judge Dredd fan, but I do think it looks cool.
Yeah, I need to like keep reading Judge Dredd because I got up to one specific arc, uh, from like the like 70s, the 80s. Like I started
Hmm.
from the beginning of Dredd,
Yeah.
but like need to
Well,
keep doing it.
now that I have these, I did look on the website that we use, and the Mirage Comics run is only 62 issues.
That's not bad.
So that doesn't sound like that sounds like I could maybe get through that in like a month if I put my mind to it.
You know what? That could be an analytical fanboys.
Ooh.
Yeah, think about those. Oh shit. Fire and
Yeah.
ice. Holy shit.
The Frazetta estate has licensed Fire and Ice to a like company I've never heard of before, but I guess is like pseudo affiliated with them called Frazetta Girls. And they are making this what is he called? Dark Wolf, I think this character is
Yeah.
called. I've never seen this guy before in my life, but apparently he's a classic Frazetta character of the whole Hyborian Age shit, and he just looks instantly aesthetic and like a great action figure to me if these photos are anything to go by.
See, there was a whole big fucking movie.
Was there?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, there it is, 1983. It was fucking Ralph Bakshi movie.
Oh wow. I had no
Yeah,
idea.
directed by Ralph Bakshi. Fucking written by Jerry Conway and Roy Thomas.
Whoa. That's some 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon shit.
Yeah. Hold on,
6 degrees to Frank Frazetta.
let me see if I can get a good image of the poster. Yeah, here he is. Look at that motherfucker.
Look at that man.
Yeah, and there's the poster.
Wow. Okay. Well, if you want to own a high quality 1/6 scale action figure of that guy, you can do that for $70.
Yeah, it's not
It's a
bad.
little much for a figure of that size and accessory count and quality, But I also understand it's an independent toy, so it's going to
Mm.
cost a little more.
Yeah. We also got Berserk Figma.
Yeah.
Skull Knight.
Good Smile was doing a bunch of announcements the other night because I think they tend to just announce a bunch of shit at the end of every month. And hey, Berserk is comics, manga is comics. So here, new Berserk Figmas. Be happy, everybody.
Here you go, Buster. Here's where you can put all your fucking money.
I do like how the skull guy looks
Oh yeah.
because I like skeletons.
You can. Does Dark Souls have any figures? I don't think they do. I think
I
Bloodborne
feel
maybe has a figure or two.
Fig blood they definitely did the Bloodborne Hunter in Figma. I think they did one or two Dark Souls characters in Figma. I'm not sure about other stuff. I'll do that when I'm good and fucking ready, Buster.
And that's all our news.
Whoa! Quick news week.
Quick news week. It's almost as if we had a big fucking convention that gives us all of our news in one fucking blast.
Dark Souls has amiibos? What the fuck?
I don't know. Why would Dark
Gotta
Souls No, Dark Souls does have an amiibo! It's the dude praising the sun!
What the fuck? I am looking at this right now.
I know there was a Sekiro Figma, but you don't know about Dark Souls. Yeah, well, I was just saying, it's like Berserk is a heavy influence on Dark Souls.
Nintendo,
So,
what have you done?
you want to talk about comics?
Uh Yeah, also there is a couple of Dark Souls Figmas. There's the fluted armor, and I think one of these is a different guy, but they look pretty similar to me. I think it's a repaint of the same figure.
It may just be like different armor sets, because that's the thing with Dark Souls is
Oh,
like,
they did the Maiden in Black.
oh, the Maiden in Blue. Yeah. You ready to talk about some comics? Cool. Hey, guess what?
Yes.
I
What?
read Ghost Rider number 16 and it was fucking hype.
That that cover looks like a sick metal album, bro.
Okay, the base premise of this is it's semi unrelated to what's been going on. It's kind of like a breather. But basically a evil entity talks to Johnny Blaze in the present.
And he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
What's the Ghost Rider who drives the car? I can't remember. It's something Reyes.
Robbie Reyes.
It is Robbie Reyes.
Yeah.
I could have swore that was Blue Beetle.
Jaime Reyes is Blue Beetle. Robbie
Reyes.
Reyes
Okay.
is Ghost Rider. Or
Robbie,
Ghost Driver.
Robbie Reyes a couple months ago, and the evil entity also talked to Danny Ketch several months ago, and basically they all go through a very similar adventure with the entity where it's like, oh, they wanted a ride, I felt sorry for them, so I gave them a ride. They somehow took control and possession of my body and tried to steal the Ghost Rider entity, but Ghost Rider isn't just an entity, I am Ghost Rider. I take control and ownership of my powers, and I beat back the entity.
Ghost Rider isn't a place, it's a people.
But like, it's all paralleled with each other, and it's really fun. And there's this beautiful 3-panel segment where each of them is like half their normal face and half their Ghost Rider skull, and it's just like, we are Ghost Riders kind of vibe. And they did a really great job at just showing how their skulls just are actually visually different because they are different people, you know?
Why did nobody at the time have Robbie and Johnny's first meetings be like Johnny just shows up and goes, "You best stop believing in ghost stories, Mr. Reyes. You're in one."
Because they're not hacks.
Well, damn.
It's a good cut. It's a good Ghost Rider. Now, for the thing that I think everybody kind of wants us to talk about.
The thing that you really want to talk about.
I really want to talk about it. It's fucking Hellfire Gala, boy.
Don't fucking delude yourself. You're the one that's been hype about this all week.
Have you not been hype about this all week?
I read it and I was like, yeah, that was pretty much exactly what I expected. There's a couple cool moments.
There is several cool moments.
I love Dr. Stasis just fucking cackling over Mystique's corpse.
Oh yeah. But we have the Hellfire Gala. This has happened every year for the X-Men books, kind of getting a status quo. And a lot of interesting things happen in this one. So I'm going to real quick.
Oh, you're gonna go page by page, aren't you?
Because fuck you. This was good.
Oh my god, this pirated media!
Okay, so first things first, the thing that everyone is rightfully upset about because it's just kind of clunky and silly. They do resurrect Miss Marvel. She's half mutant, half inhuman. They do
The explanation is what's most clunky about it, because she's like, wait, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, we couldn't see your X gene till now because apparently you're both an X-Man and an Inhuman, but your Inhuman gene getting activated suppressed your X gene. So we couldn't see it until like right before you died, and we still don't know how we were able to see it.
Yeah. So da-da-da. She's
And
back.
she's like, wait, does that mean I have another power that I didn't know about till now? And they're like, yeah, we'll figure that out later. Get the fuck out of here. Go get a fancy dress for the gala.
Yeah, Jumbo comes in. Don't worry, you can take it as slow as you want, but being a mutant is pretty damn great. You know, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Also, she brings it up, but she never actually goes and tells her parents, like, hey, I'm alive, it's cool.
Oh, because that's happening in the first issue of the Miss Marvel book.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
They've shown previews of the Miss Marvel book that's going to be happening after this, and it's like they already showed like no dialogue, but they do show her meeting up with her family.
Yeah.
And then we have the Hellfire Gala starting. Jumbo's getting it on with the Silver Fox. Look at all these heroes and everything. No celebrity cameos this year. I wonder why.
Is it because of the writer's strike, or is it because of the other shoe dropping? Boy, I wonder.
Great Cyclops costume though.
It's fine.
It's fun for what it is. Basically, they do all this stuff. They announce all this thing. Stuff has happened and blah blah blah.
I think it comes out in September, Buster. It might be in a couple weeks. I'm not sure.
They do announce when it comes out at the end of this book.
Okay, we'll get that.
Jean says like, "Hey, Juggernaut, you've actually been doing really good. You could be an
X-Man.
X-Man."
Go out for the X-Man.
And he's like, "You know what? I do want to try and be helpful." We have.
He's like, "Yeah. Yeah.
We have a fun moment with Kate and her moms.
Mm-hmm.
No, not her moms. She's not related.
Her girlfriends.
Mystique and Destiny are arguing all this kind of stuff. And then we have this moment, which is when Professor X has felt the most like Professor X in fucking ever.
Yeah, Charles is just like, hi, I am everybody's de facto dad in all but name. Hello. I'm going to do some dad stuff now. Let me pontificate at you.
Hey, we would like you to announce you're a mutant, but you don't have to. It's fine. Just relax, have a fun time. I understand it's a weird situation you're in right now. It's all cool. You need an Emma in your life. You want a sugar mommy. You need the money.
Don't we all? Aki, don't we all?
Oh, but
this moment was fucking great, actually.
Okay,
fucking
so
Rasputin just starts fangirling over Kamala.
And for people who don't know, Rasputin is from an alternate dark future, and she basically goes like, "Yeah, no, I remember hearing stories of the great hero Miss Marvel," and she's like, "I was a great hero? Holy shit!" Like that kind of moment of like, "Oh, sweet, everything I did is worth it. I am your hero." And then we have this moment, which is I loved.
It's just like, hey, Hickman, don't be too mad at us. We put your people in the book.
Literally, Magic is just going like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? Blah, blah, blah. And then he goes like, I love this moment. He says like, when you guys announced all this stuff, You said you could tell everybody mankind has new gods. Is that a true story? Yeah, it is. Woof. That's bold talk. No denying it. No, there isn't. And I asked, "Who? Why are you here?" Professional courtesy. We work for the old ones.
Hmm.
That's like badass.
Hmm.
Then we have some moments, more moments between like Kingpin and his wife and all these people. And then the Avengers get called out on a fucking thing. It's like, oh, what is happening with the Avengers?
Yeah, because first there's like a thing happening at the treehouse, and Cyclops has to leave, and then the Avengers are like, "Oh, DC's being attacked. We got to go fucking deal with that. You guys have a good party."
And then Captain America still contacts the Avengers and says like, "Hey, I need some help here." And Rogue goes, "Oh shit, my Avengers card. I need to go help Captain America."
Mhm.
You know, great moment. Then they start the vote. I'm like, oh, okay, who's going to be the new X-Men? Oh, here's our new X-Men, everybody. We got Talon and Sync,
And Gene
Prodigy.
makes a big deal out of like Talon and Sync have come a long way. They're ready to lead the team.
Yeah,
Cyclops and I are stepping down.
Prodigy, Cannonball, Frenzy, Dazzler, Jubilee, and Juggernaut. That's a fun team.
Yeah,
Shame we
I'm
won't be
not
able to
gonna
see
lie.
it.
I fucking screenshotted that, and I was like, "All right, okay, I'm gonna post this for discussions somewhere in a minute, but I'll finish this verse." And then I was like, okay, it's happening now. All right,
Yeah. The one thing though, people were saying like, "Oh, Nimrod is acting too goofy." It's like, no, he's always been goofy in the Krakoan era.
yeah. Have you not read a Krakoa comic before?
Yeah,
You're
but
supposed to read Nimrod as having Kenny Omega's voice.
yeah, but it's this brutal beatdown of the new X-Men, all this kind of stuff. They charge up to fight, do all that kind of stuff. Iceman gets a badass fucking moment and then gets hit with a fucking virus and he melts.
Yep, that's some shit.
In front of his boyfriend.
Yep. That is some shit, as they then call it.
Then Sentinels
Uh,
show up, Sync is doing all this stuff. More bad guys pop
I
in to
love
go.
that they fucking waltz in. That is so fucking baller.
It's so extra, so good. They have this whole big argument. They're doing all this stuff. They're bringing everybody in, doing all this kind of stuff. Everybody's freaking out. It's full on invasion. Great
Mhm.
moment with Strong Guy of
Yeah.
just fastball special into
Strong
a
guy
Sentinel
gets a
head.
moment. Juggernaut gets a big damn hero moment in a minute here.
Yeah, it's all great kind of stuff. Kingpin fucking going to bat for Krakoa. It's just like, no, fuck you.
I wit.
It's for
That's the
his
one.
wife
That is
more.
the one thing where I'm just like, I wish we had gotten a little bit of an arc of Kingpin on Krakoa learning to be a bit more of a believer in them.
Yeah.
Because he just shows up in that one issue of X-Men and he's just like, haha, I'm playing the mutant hubby card. I'm gonna have a fucking safe house now. And you're like, oh shit, where does this go from here? This is where it goes from here. I feel like we missed a step.
Yeah. And then we have this moment of Exodus just being badasses, doing stuff. They're trying to fight the Sentinels, but they're stronger now. All this kind of stuff. Great moments, just a lot of fun action. Jean Grey doing Jean Grey shit, and then
Gene
Moira
gets moved.
McTaggart gets fucking stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone gets fucking pissed because it's fucking Jean.
Do you have any ideas how many times we have had to revive this woman? This is her fucking 678th death, you bitch.
And then they just tell fucking Xavier to stop it all. They do. And
Yeah,
then
uh,
Jean.
what they say specifically, Dr. Stasis says, hey, when we snuck on board the island issues and issues ago, we put a virus in the fucking plants, and now anybody who's been taking your medicines, any
Oh no, that's
humans.
later. Right now it's just do it now or we fill the airwaves around the world with Modoc's sweet music and all like yeah, it's
No,
like
no, 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 no. She's saying Modoc's music is what will activate that shit, Chris.
no,
She
what I'm
go.
here's what I'm saying though. Though there's two different moments. There's the this is the one to make them stop fighting, and then there's the one now send them through the portals.
I could have sworn, but like, don't they say there's like a thing with the
No,
medicine
it is the
here?
same thing, but it's two different moments of just like, hey, we got this button, do it or else.
Yeah.
This one is
But
make them
like,
stop.
I'm just trying to
Yeah,
explain why we're telling them to do shit and everybody's listening to them,
yeah.
which is the medicines have been fucked with, and now they have a kill switch for every human on Earth that's been taking Krakoa medicine, and that is bad. And it's essentially like, you do what we say, or we will just make all of humanity turn against you, make it look like you tried to secretly kill all of humanity.
And then we have Jean coming in clutch with the fucking plan of implanting a mole into Orcus
Mhm.
with Firestar.
Yeah, she rewrites a bit of Dr. Stasis's memory to make him think that Firestar was a mole the whole time.
Yeah. And it's basically like, you're going to be in danger. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm an X-Men now. I live for danger. It's like, oh, it's great. And now they're starting to send everybody through the portals.
Yeah, they go, all right, fucking get off the planet, leave Earth alone, go to your fucking cool Mars place,
The thing
and
that
never
fucking
come back,
the thing
or
that
we will
Cyclops
kill
was
all
the
humans.
thing that Cyclops was worried about.
Yeah. It's called foreshadowing, folks.
And meanwhile, all the people who have gotten psychic training from Xavier are just like resisting. They're able to resist it.
Yeah, they have like an automatic thing.
Um, and then because everyone was going like, "Oh no, not another mutant genocide," and then they were smart about this. They knew you would fucking complain about that shit. It's not Untold wanting to death. Where do you think they all go? Mother Righteous is saving all the mutants in her little globe for her own purpose.
Yeah.
Sending them all through, do all that kind of stuff. People are going. When did when did the 5 get put through? Oh, there it is. There's the 5.
Yeah.
Um,
Also Wolverine is just having none of this. He gets one page to just say like, yeah, he went ape shit.
yeah, but people are going. They're resisting. Kate Pride and Emma resist. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't under fucking recognize. That's Curse. You want to know what her mutant power is? She curses you.
What is she doing in that moment?
Damn you, Charles. Curse you, you bald piece of shit. Oh, I
Okay,
wonder.
what effect are you trying to communicate that has, Boingo?
The curse ultimately is like ultimate bad stuff happens to the person that you curse. Like, I don't know, being unable to feel any other mutant on Earth.
Hmm.
But people resist, do all this kind of stuff. It's painful. Jean's dead. She says goodbye to Scott. She says
She's a bone lady.
She says I love you, Scott.
She got boned pretty bad.
She tells Wolverine she loves him. He goes ape shit. Destiny's like, hey, Mystique, trust Charles on this. Listen to Charles. Which is like, that also tells me this isn't a genocide. There's something going on here. The 5 get pushed through a portal. They're out of the way. Raven goes over a cliff. Laugh, no body. Oh, where's the body? And then we have this, which a lot of people have already been theorizing of like, why is Miss Marvel here when she hasn't had psychic training with Charles Xavier? Oh, it's because people like Emma is projecting the resist triangle onto other people. To as many people as she can save.
I also think the Orcus people might not realize that she's a mutant.
No, she's
It's like, oh,
saying
Miss Marvel's here. We didn't expect her. Whatever.
She's saying resist. She's
She?
saying, yeah, see? It's peaceful right there. Resist.
Okay.
But Emma's circle is lopsided and weird. It's not a perfect circle like everyone else's. So people are theorizing, oh, she's projecting it onto others.
Interesting.
And then they have this badass moment where they're just like, okay, we're gonna fight you. Fuck you. And they teleport out. They gather all their stuff. The teleporter dies. Kingpin's sad. And then they just gloat. A lot of other things. They can't go through the portals anymore. They kill all the humans that were there.
Yeah, because there was like a bunch of world leaders and shit.
Yeah. And
So
they
now the
are.
mutants are going to get blamed for that.
Yeah. And then Rogue shows back up, helps save Xavier. They fucking get out of there. And Xavier's just like, I don't feel them. They fucked with the portals. I killed everybody. I pushed them into a meat grinder. They're all dead. I killed them. Now leave me and avenge them. Holy shit.
Boingo, I'm going to say this in the nicest possible way I can.
Yeah.
You explaining a thing beat by beat is a lot more awkward when you don't have cuts and the fucking Gateway to Geats background music on it. Also, I think it would have been a lot easier if you hadn't done that and you had just gone straight to. There's a thing everybody seems to be misinterpreting about this issue because Charles gets taken to this place and says this thing. Well, look at this, this, and this.
Oh yeah. When is this coming out? Oh, doesn't say when. It just says there is coming out. Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel. Books that are coming out soon. Also,
Post-credit scene.
post-credit scene, Kate Pride can go through the portals. She's gonna become Shadowcat and just murk Orcus people.
She's going to be the courier for the X-Man resistance on Earth.
Yeah, I fucking Hellfire Gala was great. Oh, and it's a lot of little elements to kind of tip the hand that we're not really killing everybody, guys. Here, yeah, if you've been paying attention, here you go.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty well done. I did kind of question how heavily it featured Kamala early on because that felt like it was trying to bring in new readers. And then there's like a bunch of crescendos of continuity shit that's been building up forever. And I'm like, this would be really alienating if I was a new reader.
Oh yeah, no, because that's the thing. Anybody I've seen who's like jumping back into X-Men or is a new reader for this book have been going like, oh, it's shit. It's just another mutant genocide that just kill everybody. It's fucking. It's like laughing at their corpses. It's like, what the fuck? And it's
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean, clickbait articles from people like CBR that are saying like, oh, they reset the population to almost extinction level again. Not helping.
no, I mean they did technically do that because a lot of the characters are off the table, but they were pushed through the portal and saved by Mother Righteous.
Yeah, and I mean, like that's the thing is that realistically, they just did the Infinity War thing. They narrowed it down to just the core cast that you care about the most, and we've been building all this time.
Yeah, or like the ones that would be cool and interesting to see, like Firestorm.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of the things that they're setting up is interesting. It's just like a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. The only real exception is just like what I said about Kingpin.
Well, yeah, yeah.
He needed like a one-off issue of the main X book or something like that.
And we may see some of that in just other stuff that we will happen after this of just like my wife, I want my wife.
Yep. Classic Wilson just wanting his wife.
Because Wilson does show up in a later book that we'll talk about.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
A panel. But hey, guess what? I also read She-Hulk number 15.
How was it?
Really good. A great culmination of what's been going on in the book. That thief guy, like she's dealing with him, and he goes like, "Yeah, the bomb that's gonna blow up New York," and she's like, "You fucking dickhead! I lived there. Fuck you and anything I thought you were handsome." You know.
Well,
And
damn it.
and she basically fights him, breaks out and like immediately tries to call Jack of Hearts of go like, hey, there's a nuclear bomb underneath New York. We need someone who can suck up radiation. And he can't pick it up immediately. So they go down, they fight some aliens, blah blah blah. And right before the bomb is about to blow up, Jack of Hearts shows up, absorbs all the radiation, and it's just like, oh, cool, we saved the day. Jen is also like more, like she's not looking at the other guy anymore. She's more content with her relationship, and Jack of Heart like just goes like, I can't absorb any more radiation. And She-Hulk goes like, oh, so you're gonna go pump it into the sun. It's like, yes, but first I can't absorb any more radiation. And he flies up and smooches She-Hulk and says, I really wish that I really had hoped that would happen, and I'm glad. Because now he can't absorb any more radiation, he can't absorb her radiation. And fuck her up, you know? So they schmear smooch, and he goes up, and the thing just looks up to the sky and goes like, was that Jack of Hearts? I thought he was dead. At a fun little button. And that's the end of this run.
Cool.
And the next run is going to be Sensational She-Hulk. It's going to be out in a few months. By the same creative team. They just wanted to change up the name.
Oh, so it's just classic comics. Got to get another #1 going to keep people's attention.
It's just a season 2. I think that's the way you need to look at these kind of things now. It's a different season.
Mm.
You know? But She-Hulk's been good. She-Hulk is good.
You'll think Tatiana Mansley's going to get another season and they'll call it the Sensational She-Hulk?
Maybe. Who knows? What's the next book? We both read Invincible Iron Man. Speaking of Kingpin.
This is just classic Tony shit.
Classic
now
Tony
featuring Emma.
Now featuring Emma, but it's a fun thing because Tony's just dealing with the Sentinels. Emma's on the run, and like they have an argument of like, I told you this shit would happen, Emma. It's just like, I don't need you to fucking told me so. They fight the Sentinels for a bit. Tony gets knocked down, and there's a great moment where Emma goes into his mind, and it's just like, it is an alleyway in the snow covered in bottles of booze.
Oh yeah, it's straight up a throwback to that period, and I think it was the 80s where Tony went off the wagon, and Rhodey became Iron Man for a little bit.
Yeah, and she's just like, "Hey, you need to wake up." And he picks up the helmet. He's back in his body, but Emma just got hit with a dampening collar. They're on the ropes. And he goes like, all right, I know what I need to do. He takes off his suit because that's what they want. And he goes like, all right, rescue. The suit goes onto Emma and she flies off.
Was it just me, or did you think he was going to propose in that moment and it would be like, it's my fiance, she has political protection, fuck you?
No. That would have been interesting, though. But the rescue moment was neat because it just shows like Tony does care. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
And you also have a moment where Emma like is empathetic to Tony.
Mm-hmm. He is still like classically shithead Tony though, because the issue literally opens with him being told by his lawyer, fucking surrender the suit and all of this will go away. He's like, all right, that sucks. Oh, a thing's going on? I got 5 minutes. It's like, dude, a lot of this could have been avoided if you just gotten a different suit.
Yeah. Also, his lawyer is She-Hulk.
Yeah. Also, hello, Nightmare.
Hello. I've been enjoying this Iron Man run, so I doubly enjoyed this issue. Yeah. I said, like, hey, you should probably read it just because of Hellfire Gala stuff.
Yeah, it does offer an alternate perspective on some of those scenes. It's neat seeing, like, what the Cap false alarm actually was.
Yeah. Also, there's a moment where Emma's signing papers with Kingpin, and he goes, you won't regret it. Of like, I bet she's gonna regret it.
I bet they made some kind of last-minute business deal.
I bet she was making fake papers where she married Tony Stark.
I bet the fucking Kingpin just magically got all his money back.
Yeah.
And the ability to operate out of New York.
I bet something. I read issue 5 of Hollow's Eve, the end of this run.
How'd that go for you, bud?
She fought the big bad guy. She won. She got her powers back.
Huzzah!
She goes to talk to Madeline Pryor and just goes like, hey.
We're both fucking weirdos.
Madeline's like, hey, I expected you guys to come back sooner. And she's like, do you want your masks back? And she's like, no, keep them. You're a cool new superhero.
You will be a Marvel Legends.
She goes up to fucking Ben Riley and goes like, hey, I didn't want you to think I forgot you. And he's like, no, I wouldn't think you would forget me.
I understand your name was on the book.
And she goes like, hey, I think I have a way to get you out of here. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, whatever. It was fun. It was a fun idea. I like the powers. It's neat. We both
Okay.
read Wolverine 35. This happens before the Hellfire Gala.
Yeah, and they technically finished the arc. I was pretty dissatisfied that Beast got away.
Yeah.
Like, I understand you got to keep the story going. You're setting up a future thing. But like, come on! After all of that, just give us the satisfaction of seeing Logan kill this fucking guy.
Yeah. Who knows what's gonna happen with it though? But it was, I like it wasn't satisfying in that way, but it was a good story.
Yeah, this is good. It is a good end to what we've been doing in this chapter of the ongoing Beast is a massive fucking jackass and needs to get rebooted already saga. There's a couple fun Deadpool moments in this.
Yeah. Oh, the
So,
fucking one page splash where you're reading it going down, and then at the final bit panel, the final word bubble, Deadpool goes like, "Do you think they'll notice that we were technically going up this whole thing, and they were reading it backward? And like, do you think they'll care?" And I thought that was cute.
yeah, because no Deadpool, I wouldn't have noticed until you pointed that out.
But then you like
Um,
look over the page again, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that is, it's backwards and topsy turvy.
yeah, and then he gets ripped into at one point, and he's chasing after Beast as just a torso, and he's making all these short jokes, and they're like, "Guys, we're in Wolverine's book. We can't be making a bunch of short jokes right now. He's not even in the scene."
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
You read Rogue Sun, issue 14.
Hey, Rogue Sun number 14.
Yeah.
Picks up right where the last issue left off with Dylan trapped in the Soul Stone and Caleb, the original Rogue Sun, running around in his body being a fuckhead. And it's pretty good because it's doing like some lore expansion stuff with Dylan trapped in the Soul Stone, excuse me. He meets up with his dad, and his dad starts explaining to him about how stuff in there works. And there's a lot of like fun character stuff about like their strained relationship. And it turns out that's just a thing with Rogue Sons because the Rogue Sun Soul Stone has run in their family for like a few generations now, and as such, fucking granddad was a Rogue Sun too, and they bump into him at the end of the issue, and there's a lot of like talk about the kind of man he was leading up to that scene. Like whenever we cut back to the real world, there's a scene where uh because the half sister is coming back to live at the mansion after doing fuckboy shit in a previous arc and getting sent away. Um, Possessed Dylan was like, "Yeah, she can come back. It's fine. I don't care." And like he makes a bunch of idle threats at her, and she's like, "Wait, are you drunk?" And he's like, "Yeah, this body can't hold its liquor. It kind of sucks." Just like not even covering the fact that he's not Dylan. And at the same time, when she gets first dropped off, we see Dylan's grandmother on his father's side, and she is very much that kind of bitchy mother-in-law where she's like, nothing you can do is good enough. You're never gonna live up to my son's memory. The fucking funeral you gave him was shit. uh Also, my husband was terrible and abusive and a piece of shit, but I understood because he was Rogue Son. That made it fine, and at least I had my son to pour all my love and affection into. And it's like, lady, you fucked up a whole generation and a half.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that sounds like emotional incest.
Yeah, it's rough. But interesting to read.
Huh. I read Venom.
Adrenaline more than I can't be bothered this week.
Dylan teams up with Toxin.
Toxin's still around?
Yes.
Who's Toxin right now?
I think it's the son of Toxin. Like the guy, the original Toxin, I think it's his son. And they were
Was
like,
Toxin a different guy?
yeah.
Oh, I thought he was Cletus or Eddie for some reason.
No, it was. I mean, for a bit it was Eddie, but the original dude was a cop who got a symbiote and was like, "Yo, I can use this power for good," and the symbiote was going, "Use me for evil."
Oh, so it was attempt 163 at making Venom a superhero.
Yeah, but that's about it. I read I Am Iron Man.
No, and are you Iron Man?
This is fucking weird. I love it, but it's also fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm glad I got off then.
Okay. You know how Krakoa has resurrection protocols?
Yeah.
Tony has his own version of those where
Oh
he
no.
copies his mind and puts it into a clone body. But because he's a fleshy human, he gets into dangerous situations all the time. And it seems, and like, he may die for a moment and like get back up. But the system doesn't know that, so it just automatically makes a new Tony Stark. So every once in a while, there's just a couple Tony Starks that just go out and kill each other.
Just Tony Starking it up.
So Tony Stark has to fight a different Tony Stark, and like he goes to a person in the cube and recruits them to rehabilitate, and he needs someone to help him, and like he fights that Tony Stark, and he kills it, and the person goes like, "How do you know you're the real Tony Stark?" Because I'm alive and he is dead. It's like, Tony, no.
Anthony, what are you doing?
And it's just like, it's that vibe of like, what is Iron Man? Who is like, it's fucking weird. It's interesting, it's good, but boy, howdy. I read Avengers #3.
I was too busy to read this week.
It was good. It is the beginning of a brand new like little mini arc. Some weird alien fuckos come to Earth, and they go like, "Hey, we're gonna be weird alien fuckos," and the Avengers go like, "We need to stop those weird alien fuckos," and Black Panther goes like, "Hey, Carol, what if we talk a second and research them, observe them for a moment, so we can better attack those alien fuckos?" And she's like, "But people are in danger," and he's like, "I know, but you brought me on to be you brought me on because you trust me, and I want you to be the best leader you can be, so maybe we should take a moment and observe them so we know how we can attack them more efficiently." And she goes like, "You know what, you're right. All right, 5 minutes, observe them, vision doubly so, because you can like pick up on things that we can't. All right, everybody." And then they break off to go fight the alien fuckos after that. I thought that was a really fun little moment, though, of just like Black Panther and like arguing with Carol of like, what does it mean to be a good leader? She can't just go in guns a-blazing all the time, you know? What's up, my dude? You okay there, bud?
Yeah.
You just haven't responded to anything I've said in the past minute.
I just didn't have much to add.
Okay, it's good.
Cool.
One of the fuckos is alien fuckos is like a biblically accurate angel.
Oh,
Yeah, they're fun.
getting in on that meme, huh?
They're fun designs. We both read Superman: The Last Days of Lex Luthor.
Hmm. You smell that? You smell that? It smells like gas in here.
It smells like fucking another great Superman graphic novel to go with all the other Superman graphic novels.
Yeah, this is it. Unless it like just massively falls on its face in the next few issues, this is probably going to be in that same conversation as like All Star and For All Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
It is, it is literally just Mark Waid going like, "Okay, everybody, here's how you fucking write Lex Luthor and Superman interacting." It is just like 30 fucking pages of him on autopilot doing that shit, and it's the best thing I read all week.
Oh yeah, because it's like this is pre all the additions to Lex and Superman that makes it more like soap opera-y, which
Oh no, this is additions. This is very clearly meant to be like a pre-crisis version.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't have the Smallville isms of their relationship.
I would argue that a lot of the things you think of Smallvilleisms come from pre-crisis. Like they're doing the childhood friends thing. They're doing the
Really, they
Lex
were childhood friends
is
in
really
pre-crisis.
yeah.
I didn't
That's
know
where
that.
that comes from, dude. Post-crisis, they don't meet until Clark is a reporter.
I didn't know that was a pre-crisis thing.
Yeah, that's what's going on here. He's like redoing and recontextualizing Silver Age stories.
Okay, but it's just Lex Luthor being a dickhead and Superman going like, Lex, can you not be a dickhead for 5 minutes? I'd rather not. I'd rather not have to deal with that.
Superman legit spends this whole issue just going, "I can fix him. I can fix him."
And honestly, like we talked about All-Star Superman, that is a moment where he goes like, I did fix them.
I did it! Hooray!
Lex
I don't think
Luthor
that's
learned
gonna
his
happen here.
no, but Lex Luthor learns his lesson and it's like, oh my god, this is what you see, this is what you are. I fucking get it now. Jesus. Secret Origins because he wanted things to return back to pre-crisis.
And then everybody ignored that.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, no, this was I had a thing like another thing about this is like I also really like how this book doesn't just make Lex seem like a Machiavellian mastermind who can totally go toe to toe with Superman. He makes him seem like a massive pain in the ass. Like everything Lex does, Clark is just like, "Oh, it's of course it's you. Of course you did this. Okay, fine. Let's fucking deal with this right now and get it out of the way." And like the rest of the world like doesn't even seem that put out by Luthor's schemes anymore as long as they're not like getting their shit destroyed because there's a scene where he's like, "I just broadcasted our conversation all around the world and now everybody knows you're going to try and save my life even though I'm a massive piece of shit." And you just cut to this scene of everybody just going, "Oh, Superman." And I didn't I don't know if I read the scene wrong, but I really just took it as like everybody's just going, "Oh god damn it, Superman, why can't you just let him die? Why are you so nice?" Not like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Superman betrayed us, he's a jackass."
Yeah, no, that's exactly how it would fucking go though. It'd be just like, God damn it, Superman, why are you so nice? Can you not be nice?
Would it kill you to not be nice for like 5 seconds?
Like Lex Luthor thinks it's like, oh, they're gonna believe that he's betrayed them. It's like, no, because Superman would do that for anybody on Earth.
Yeah. And that's what makes Superman great, and that's how you write a good Superman story, and that's why Mark Waid writes comics and Hack Snyder doesn't make movies anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to shit too much on Snyder because he seems like an okay guy.
Yeah, he seems like Zack Snyder is the fucking comic book movie equivalent of Michael Bay. He seems like a very nice guy with some very misguided creative ideas.
Yeah. Also, art by Brian Hitch, fucking great.
Yeah.
This is actually the second Hitch, the first Hitch book we're talking about, but one of two Hitch books we are talking about this week.
Yeah, Hitch has got 2 Christmases right now.
Yeah, Hitch is coming back. He's coming back good.
Yeah.
I read Hellcat #5.
How was
Like, let me double
that?
check because no, I skipped a book. Deadpool
Oh,
#9.
how was that?
So the big assassin organization that Deadpool's girlfriend is a part of, turns out she was raised by them as a child, and there's this weird evil emperor guy, and she goes like, "Yeah, no, he was a dickhead, but I don't want to be. I hate my dad, so I tried to kill him. They only laughed at me." And so I was looking for a guy who would be like crazy enough to be able to take him on and kill him. And Deadpool immediately goes like, "So this whole thing you were just using me to kill your dad?" And she goes like, "Well, to start, but I didn't expect you to be what? To be so easy to fall in love with."
She's like, I didn't count on being happy.
Yeah, literally. I didn't expect someone to see me for who I am and not being a killer, not being part of this assassin group, not for the weapons I have, but to see me for me, and I really appreciated that. And Deadpool's immediately like, "Okay, I get it. We all have baggage. Let me help my girlfriend."
Hooray!
So they go try to kill the dad. They do. But uh-oh, what's happening? The girlfriend's growing antlers, like the person on the cover. And the other assassins go like, "You fucking assholes, you idiots. The Emperor's not a person. It's a mantle. Whoever kills him becomes the new one." And then the girlfriend who did the killing blow just goes like, "Shut up, I'm evil now." Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? It's fun. Hellcat #5. Okay.
Okay.
She went through the portal, becomes all demony, and she's like all looking evil. And the fucking what's the Damon
Damien
Hellstrom.
Hellstrom?
Damien Hellstrom is just like, "All right, cool. I got you back. We can go be rulers in hell now. Let's go to fucking hell. Like, I'm enabling your worst habits. I'm a shitty ex-boyfriend."
Oh.
And like they do all that kind of stuff. They fight Sleepwalker a moment, then the guy who is in Sleepwalker lives in his head, wakes up and it's like, "Okay, I know how to fix this situation." He goes there and says like, "Hey, you're not bad. This is just a part of you. This isn't everything you are. We can beat this like it's an addiction of some kind." So she walks back through the portal. She becomes normal. She goes through rehab, all this kind of stuff. And she repeats this mantra over and over at the end of the book of good, bad, it is what it is, you know? And it's just like, this book is kind of framed like a relapse of like, she went to a dark place, but that's not who she is, and she's able to come back from it. And that's really
Interesting.
Yeah, it's good for what it is, but if you're not into the vibe of the book, you're not gonna like it. I liked it though. Also, basically, literally, they accidentally destroy the thing that would power the door, and Sleepwalkers were just there going like, "Hey, so what with this power of friendship bullshit?" It's not power of friendship, it's the power of love. Because he has a crush on her.
Also, don't diss the power of friendship. That shit's legit.
But basically all the sleepwalkers from the dream dimension were like, "Hey, so you destroyed the power source, but like we really appreciate what's going on with the power of friendship and everything, so we're gonna keep the portal open a little bit so you can get back to normal, okay?" It's like, okay, that's fun. It was nice to have a book with Sleepwalker in it. It was good.
It was.
We both read. Wait, let me double check. Yeah, we both read Ultimate Invasion.
Hickman's sure doing something.
Hickman's doing something.
He's cooking up a stew. I don't know what those ingredients are or what they're gonna taste like, but he's doing something. I liked it.
I liked it. It's a lot of fucking things like, oh, the Hulk is a fucking Buddhist monk.
You just gotta accept that this is like a brief tryst in an alternate reality that's somewhat like the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah. And but also like, there's a giant horde of Ultimate Avenger clones show up and like,
And then he's like, here are these regular ass people who then clone themselves to make those clones in the future. I'm just gonna shoot them now so the clones fade from existence. Make a point.
and fucking Tony Stark's dad is there and he's Iron Man for some reason.
And Obadiah Stane is War Machine.
That was kind of badass though.
Yeah. Also, Obadiah Stane as a black dude is surprisingly a good fit, I think.
Oh yeah. Um
Have
also
James Earl Jones play him in a reboot.
also you got a little bit of magic in here.
I did. That's weird.
But she's a weird, yeah, she's like murder happy magic.
Yeah, she's like version of magic who is very murder happy and is also the head of a Russian royal family in this universe.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to go along with what Hickman puts down.
Yeah, just like, okay, this is what we're doing this issue.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what the whole project looks like though.
Yeah. It'll be a good episode of Comic Pop.
The Incredible Hulk, we both read in issue 2 of The Incredible Hulk. Gotta love that down south religion.
It's not entirely uncalled for, but I definitely wasn't expecting the creepy Christian zombie cult. And for me, this was more just about like some cool art and good character interactions between Bruce and Sally the Runaway. I don't remember her name.
Yeah. It's fun. I like that they're going like, wait a second. What if Hulk was just a horror book? Why are we trying to keep him a superhero?
Because that's what it turned into very quickly after it was initially created, but it was initially created to be a horror thing, so maybe, yeah, I'll go back to the roots, baby.
With Immortal Hulk and now this one, that's good shit.
Yeah.
Philip Kennedy Johnson, I appreciate you doing Southern Gothic with the Hulk. Because, like, we've had the Hulk in so much of the Southwest, and having him be in swampland, like Louisiana, Florida bullshit, oh, it's tasty. That's some good shit.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
I liked it.
Great art. I read issue 5 of The Excellent.
Was it excellent?
Yes.
Cool.
He becomes a god. Venus de Milo comes back and sends him away. That's it.
Is that the end of the book?
That's the end of this. I don't know if they're gonna do any more. They may do more ecstatics or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But this storyline is done.
Yeah.
You read Click Click Boom.
I did. Another very solid issue of this. Really enjoying the interactions between the two main characters and the interesting ways in which they're incorporating the one girl's odd way of communicating into the story and making it almost feel like a thematic thing in this issue. Yeah, I'm still really enjoying this book. It's really solid. If you're not reading it, you probably should be.
Cool. You also read Power Rangers Unlimited #1 Hyperforce.
This was a very well written issue of a comic book about a bunch of characters I do not give a flying fuck about, and I found it very grating because of how melodramatic it gets at times.
Delightful. Well, that's the last issue we have to talk about.
Cool.
I think it sounds like you're tired.
I didn't want to say anything unless you asked. So since you asked, I got really tired like right at the start of the show.
Ugh.
I just suddenly got really tired, and I've been fighting to stay awake this whole damn time.
Hey, guess what?
I don't know what happened.
Just tell the people where they can find you, and then we can wrap up and you can go to sleep, bud.
Hey, I'm the Vacuuminator. I make YouTube videos for things I'm fairly proud of. There, YouTube.com, the Vacuuminator, TikTok, the Vacuuminator, Instagram, the Vacuuminator, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I can
You
say
know the
that.
drill.
I can say all that in 1 second.
Oh my god. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Boingo. You can do a variety of things. I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/BoingoWriter. I'm on YouTube at BoingoWriter. You can find me on a variety of social media platforms at Boingo_Writer. You can also find me on Mastodon at Boingo_Writer at VT.social. I am on a variety of places. You can find me on Tumblr, link in the description. In the meantime, this is No Price Podcast, the podcast where we talk comics, movies, merchandise, and more. We also have several other podcasts, including Components, where we just hang out. We may have guests, whatever. We also have Analytical Fanboys, a monthly media cast where we watch a piece of media and we talk about it. This next week, this Friday, we will have an episode on G.I. Joe, Arise and Pentor Arise. And you will find out what the next piece of media is going to be. Ooh, what could it be?
You almost accidentally said what it was.
Yeah. And then I remembered, oh, wait a second, that episode hadn't come out yet.
Oh.
We also have Twit. This Week in Tokusatsu podcast with Vac and Buster, where they talk about the week of
That's
news.
me.
Yeah. You're not Buster, though. You're Vac.
Yes, correct.
Where they talk about the week of Tokusatsu as it happens, news, sources, all that kind of stuff. Do you like Ultraman? You like Kamen Rider? Like Super Sentai? Watch it. You like Power Rangers? Don't watch it.
Get out.
We also have another podcast called Saturday Morning Panels, which tell the people about Saturday morning panels.
Talk about the G.I. Joe comic.
Do you want me to do a better description of it real quick?
We talk about the Transformers toys.
We're really proud of you, Vac.
I'm living in a nightmare.
But if you would like to see this podcast and many more, remember to subscribe, click the bell, do all the stuff. Like this video, leave
Charlie Bell?
Click the bell. The notification bell.
Is Charlie Bell in the room right now? What's going on?
Leave a comment, do all the kind of stuff. And in the meantime, Vac, is there anything else you would like to say to the audience?
No.
Enough said.